Welcome back to BeamNG.Drive, and today we're going to be checking out not only this truck, but the suspension that is underneath it. We're going to see how long this thing will last and hold up to the challenges that we're about to throw at it. Now, the truck itself is Frog's Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. The suspension underneath it is by Nix, and the wheels and tires are also by Frog. Now, I'm going to leave some links in the description box down below to their respective Discords and Patreons if you guys want to dive a little bit deeper into how you can get your hands on both the truck and the suspension, as well as the wheels and tires. Now, without any further ado, let's go ahead and fire this thing up out here on the Motorsports Playground and see what we can do with it. We've painted it in a really nice, like, metallic pearl white, and the first thing we're going to do is get it very, very dirty. First thing is we're going to take it through some mud and water and some obstacles, and then after that, we're going to see how well it holds up to crash damage. Now, the wheels and tires wise, we are running a set of 37-inch Milestar Patagonias, and then underneath it here, we have some, I believe these are 1-ton axles on King coilovers. You can see the bump stops there on the front as well. In the back, we have a full 3-link setup with King air shocks. This thing is absolutely built and ready to go. So let's go ahead and see what we can do with this thing right off the bat. Now, I haven't installed any sort of extra low-range transfer case setup or anything like that. I don't have a dual low-range or anything like that on this thing either, but let's get this thing into the mud and see what it's all about. So let's go ahead and leave it in high range, and engine-wise, we're running, I believe, a supercharged 6.9 liter. This thing is definitely not hurting for power by any stretch of the imagination. Dump the clutch, and it absolutely freaking goes. Now, it takes a minute for that supercharger to kind of build boost, but once it does, you are gone. Absolutely freaking gone. And actually, I know this thing obviously isn't any kind of, like, pre-runner or trophy truck or anything like that, but it's not too bad about maintaining, like, 40-plus miles an hour through some uneven terrain. Now, granted, I could probably go a little bit faster, but, well, easy. I haven't been down to this section of the map ever since they redid Motorsports Playground. I love the Motorsports Playground, but I haven't, like I said before, I haven't explored all of the off-road areas on it yet, so we'll definitely have to head over to the rock area in a little bit to see what that's about as well. And actually, I thought that this side road was going to be a little bit muddier. It turns out it's just kind of flooded with water, but it's not all that muddy. Thing is eating it up, though. God, it rips. Let's see how fast we can go before it starts to get upset with me. Ooh, it's not liking that all too much, but actually, I mean, we're still going. We haven't broken anything yet. Just really freaking impressive. I feel like we probably would have screwed up our alignment by now, but we'll have to check our alignment after this and see if any of it changed. See if the truck still drives somewhat remotely in a straight line. Easy. All right, we were starting to overheat her just a little bit. Let's see if, oh, it's starting to get a little bit tighter now. Need a better radiator on this thing. Although the last time I checked, I looked through the radiator and I think we do already have a pretty robust rad setup. So I don't know if we can actually add an even better one right now. I think we already have a race radiator. All we have to do is keep the revs lower and she still rips. Holy crap. And then all you have to do is let off for just a split second, and then the temperature goes right back down. All right, well, that wasn't actually too bad. My God, I love the way this thing looks. Like, this thing looks so sick. It takes that supercharger just a minute to come on boost. It really does. It's like just barely, it's like just barely on boost, and then you get up to like 3,500, 4,000 RPM, and yeah, it is absolutely ripping at that point. Now, let's see. We got the Baja area. We've got the, what about the actual, like, just general off-road area? Dirt oval, dirt track, drifters playground, figure 8. Let's see. We definitely need to take it off the gigantic mega ramp at some point soon, but let's see. Here, off-roading area. There we go. Quick travel. Let's freaking send it. Oh, dude. Yeah, this is exactly what we needed. Now, this will probably monster almost everything in here, especially once we actually put it in low range and turn the lockers on. But let's see what we can do. We'll throw it in neutral, and front and rear lockers on. You kind of have to be in gear for that. It's like, excuse me, bud. Where is your actual gear? All right, low range. Now, this is not a crawler-specific transfer case or anything like that, but I'm sure that if we just give it a very light touch of throttle in low, it'll be able to climb this stuff no problem, as long as we don't get too ahead of ourselves. I've deleted the front bumper because, well, quite simply put, I need the clearance. Easy. Oh, it is not happy with me there. Engine is starved of oil. Really? Oh my god. And over it goes. Well, that went well. More like rock bouncing it at this point. I still need to dial in the tune a little bit more because it's not exactly where I want it to be. It says differentials, rear only. So I don't know why it's so upset about that. I don't know why it's so mad at me with that, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's just kind of hard to slow crawl when you're like, oh, wait, hold on. Why were my lockers off? But yeah, it's kind of hard to slow crawl when the actual, like, setup you're running does not want you to slow crawl, and for whatever reason, you can't adjust your front ratio with your rear ratio. I need to delete that rear bumper. That rear bumper is gonna... That rear bumper is gonna go. What are you stuck on? Come on. The rocker, probably. There we go. Oh, God, that front fender is not having a good day. I'm just gonna send it up out of here and say that we made it. Which technically we did. Technically we did. And I'm going to go ahead and respawn the vehicle right up there. Now, let me actually delete the rear bumper as well. Because I didn't realize... I mean, I knew in my head that it was going to end up getting ripped off eventually. But let's see. Rear bumper? No. Just not even like... Rear bumper, yes. Rear bumper, no. Just rear bumper, no. And you know what? I gotta admit, it actually looks sick with no rear bumper. I really like the way it looks with no rear bumper. Let me head back down to the bottom of this hill, because I want to send that... Actually, I want to send that hill climb over there. I also love how low-geared this thing is. This thing is low-geared like a beast. And let's go. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh, my God. Oh, the door flung open. All right. Not exactly what I was expecting, but, I mean, the door flung open and was like, yep, we're here now. Like, all right. Let me make my way back down there real quick, because I want to do that again, but I want to see if I can do it from a little bit closer up. Wow, I'm actually impressed at how stable it was coming back down. Bro, it looks so good, though, with, like, the front and rear bumpers deleted. Like, that, to me, that's sick. All right, I'm going to put it back into low. Front and rear fully locked. And now, I'm going to point this thing straight at the hill, and I'm going to launch it in, I believe, seconds. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, send it. Oh, almost. Almost. Come on, there it is. Not bad. Not bad. All right, I gotta give this thing props for that. Let's inch up a little closer, just a little closer. And now, let's see if we can launch it in second again, and he's out of the hole. Don't have the momentum for that. Yeah, definitely don't have the momentum for that. All right, let me try again in second gear and shift to the third. Oh, yeah, you just keep the consistent power, let the front end drop down, and you're good. I mean, you're absolutely golden with it at that point. 100% golden. Now, let's put it back into high. What is that right there? Oh, I love the figure 8 dirt track. The figure 8 dirt track is like the best track for drifting on this map. Well, I say best track for drifting. Best track for dirt drifting, for sure. Oh, that was way closer than it should have been to the edge. Oh, I picked up that inside tire. That's so good. Dropping it down. Initiating the slide on throttle. Dude, this is so fun when you get in the rhythm of it. Holy crap. Drift laps around the figure 8, boys. Let's go. Oh my god. Yo, that is insane. That is so good. That is so good. I know it's not perfect, but dude, that is so incredibly satisfying. That is so incredibly freaking satisfying. Oh my god. That makes me so happy. That makes me so freaking happy. All right, one more thing I want to do with this truck before we send it off the mega ramp, and that is I want to take it through the mud bog. I feel like it would rip. I feel like it would absolutely shred the mud bog. Let me go ahead and do a quick, like, reset here. Quick respawn and flip it around. What do you mean gear 1 damage? Please use the clutch. I did use the clutch. Don't mind me for doing a whole extra donut more than I needed to. All right. 4-wheel drive. Front diff locked. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting, especially considering the fact that I'm in high range and I'm about to just dump the clutch and go. In 3, 2, 1, send it! Into second. Into third, not lifting. That's a lot of air. Come on! Will I make it before I blow the motor? Oh my god, let's go! I made it, but I blew the engine. I blew the engine bad. Like, the engine is toast. The engine is gone. The engine was not happy with anything that we did there. Not a single thing. Tried to handbrake turn it with both axles locked. They didn't like that either. Let's make a run back through the mud pit and see if we can do it without the engine overheating. We're gonna do it backwards. I'm gonna do a lot of, like, light throttle in second gear as opposed to just hammering on it in third. So it's RPMs that it really doesn't care for. It's like consistent high RPMs that make this thing upset. But it's okay. I mean, we ended up making it through pretty dang well. And again, I love the way this thing looks with the deleted bumpers. I think it looks insane with the deleted bumpers. Now, finally, we're going to go ahead and send this thing off of the mega jump. And I want to see how it does making it like all the way down. And let's roll it. Well, I was going to say, let's roll out with the lockers off. Dude, burning 37s on the pavement. Once you get up to speed, though, that radiator is a whole lot better. Once you give it the airflow it needs, anyway. Oh my god, you should not be going 200 miles an hour in anything on 37s, but here we are. Ow! Oh god, pop the tire. Ooh, this is a big one. I've never actually rolled to the side like that on the way down the mega ramp before. That was a lot less dramatic than I thought it was going to be. We're being passed by what I think is a mirror. Are we going to have enough speed to continue over this next set of ramps? Probably not, but we might. Are you going to stop, or are you going to keep going? Oh, no, you're going to stop. Yeah, you're going to stop. Never mind. All right, we need one more good run. Let's go. That was a no-lift shift, just straight into it. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. Almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there. We're going to hit the big one. Well, actually, we're not going to hit the big one. We're going to hit the little one. We're going to hit it at like 200-something. Are you going to... Oh, my God. Oh, no. It was straight off the side. Oh, that's going to be... Oh, wow. Entire explosion. All right. There's nothing left of that truck. Absolutely nothing. It is freaking gone. But with that being said and done, it pretty much held up to everything we threw at it except for dropping it from literally the sky. And if y'all enjoyed this video and this look at this truck, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.